For this video, we're going to start making it so the players could have options. All right, so where we left it, just so you know, is we said, oh no, the evil Mr. Beagle has assigned too much code and classwork yet again. Time to dip. Let's get out of here by trying to leave through the front door. Now, that's one option, but usually you want to give your player two options here, right? So what I'm going to do in this, I'm going to give you two options. One, you could raise your hand and ask to use the bathroom, and then we could dip. Or two, we could just try to sneak out the front door. So we'll say it like this. Press, let's do R to raise your hand to ask to use the bathroom. Walk to the door to try and sneak out the front door while the teacher isn't looking. All right, this is probably going to be too big, so I'm going to have to make my rectangle a little bit bigger. So let's make it 150, and let's see how it looks. Now, as you go in your game development, sometimes it might get annoying to keep like starting and playing the game again. Just so you know, you could always make your starting level whichever one. So we could just start the game at comp lab? Yeah, we could just do it at comp lab. So now we can start the game comp lab. We'll put it back in a second. But all right, so this is looking good. I'm going to make this. You can see how the letters are going over here. I don't love that, so let's do 310. And let's move it up just a little bit so let's see how it looks. Got to be a perfectionist. Okay, let's do 320. Get in there. Oh, I love that. Okay, this is good. All right. So now we just have to do our two options, right? We'll do a key press where you press R and basically you ask the teacher to use the bathroom. Or we'll press, what's it called? T. Or we'll just walk towards the door. Okay. Let's try this out. So the first one we'll just do is the key press. So I'll say this. If key is pressed, okay? Notice how this curly brace is still down here, right? I just want to be clear because we're still in the computer level. A lot of people are losing track of this. You should not be coding under a curly brace there. Okay? If the key is equal to R, another set of curly braces. Now make sure you're matching everything I do. I see a lot of people like watching the videos and they're just not matching things up. I have a curly brace here. These close each other. These close each other. Okay? And what I'm actually going to do is when you press R, I'm going to have a pop-up box over here, and I'll have another one up here. So watch this. I'm going to do two rectangles with two texts. So I'm going to do a rectangle down here at 96,443. So 95,445. All right, I'm going to make it 100 by 50. All right, I'm going to say text. May I use the bathroom, Mr. Beagle? And we're going to put it, once again, I'm just going to copy these three numbers. Okay. We're going to add 10, 105, add 10, 55. Now, I want to be clear, your numbers are going to be different, guys, right? Mine in particular, my setup. Please don't be copying exactly what you do in this video, right? You want to be like just like making your own game here. All right, let's see what happens when I press R. All right, it pops up. It's black though, so we got to make this fill. We're going to do 220, 200, right? And we're going to do fill 0 for that. All right. Oh, and I forgot to make these a little rounded. I like adding a little rounding to my boxes. Adding 10 at the end. Okay, let's try it again. Let's see what happens when I press R. I use the bathroom, Mr. Beagle. Looks good. Text needs to go down a little bit, so we're going to do 465. We'll add 10 more. Okay, this is all just making things look better. And I'm going to press R. Okay, and while that asks there, I'm going to have him saying no up here. So we're going to do this. What is that? That's 6. So that's a 5. Okay, so I'm going to put it up here. So it's 560, 60. So rect 560, 60. This is just going to be by 80 by 80 square. All right, we're going to do a fill of 200 over this. I'm going to say fill for this one 0, and the text will say no. All right, and let's make this nice and big. So text size, oh, sorry, before that, let's copy and paste these three numbers, as we always do. I'm going to make this 570, add 80 to that, text size. All right, let's hope for the best here. All right, ready? All right, not bad. This needs to move. Let's make this 50, and let's move this down a little bit. Let's make this 100. Okay, let's try it again. Love that. We're just going to move it down a little bit more, and a little bit more to the right. Got to be good about these things. We want it to look good. All right. Now, once again, you might not have this in your game. You do not have to do this, right? This is a very specific thing to my game. But I'm just showing you that you could have it, characters talk like that to have fun with it. Other things you could do is you could have an image pop up here, or you could just take them to a new level. So like, let's say you just wanted to bring them to a new level, you could just change the level to like level equals like teacher fight, and you could fight the teacher there, right? That's all up to you about what you want to happen when you press it. I just want to show you could do things like that. Now let's try to sneak out the front door and see if that can work. So I'm going to say let door collide equal collide rect rect. All right. And now for the door to collide, I do need to put like a hitbox here. Remember, that's just an image there. So we got to make our own hitbox, which we'll delete. So I'm going to make a rectangle here. We're going to call this the hitbox. Oop. All right. We're going to do it at 8, 10, 40. Rect. 8, 10, 40. And let's make it 50 by 100. Let's see if that looks okay. Why did I say 8, 10? Like, what is up with me? Like, how do I get that so wrong? Oh, and I didn't add P5 collide in here. That's great. All right. Well, I'll do that. You'll have this loaded. But I guess now that we're here, I'll just show you how to do it as always. Here we go. P5 collide. Boop. Let's add that in. Index. P5 collide. There we go. Nope, I did that to the totally wrong thing. Index. P5 collide. All right, we got that back. All right, now let's go to sketch. Now, I wanted this actually at, what? Oh, that's 210. Okay, let's try that. Nope, there's a 3. It's probably my pixel font. It's like hard to see things. All right, that's good. All right, so now we can collide with that. So I'm going to do here. I'm going to collide with that, with the kid. Okay, where's my kid? All right, this is my student. Remember, I get all of that. Do not include the word student. That's the image. And I'm going to add that there. All right, and I'll say if door collide, curly braces, we'll say the level goes to hallway. Right? So now let's try this out. Let's see if this works. Okay, I'm not going to raise my hand. I'm just going to go for it. And now I'm in the hallway. All right, now obviously the next step would be to like create your next one. We'll do that together, but right now we now have it so he can go to the next level with a collision. All right, now you do not have to have the speaking part in here, right? That's not a requirement, but you do need to be able to shift levels, right? We could have made this, just so you know, we could just say, hey, maybe I just want to go to the next level, and I would say this. He says yes, and we go straight to the hallway. So now, just to show you, it doesn't have that conversation. When I press R, it'll take me to the new level, and that also works, right? So there's different ways to do things here. So just wanted to show you. There it is. Do not have to do that part of it. And that's a full level. And basically, from this point forward, making a level is exactly the same thing over and over again. I am going to remove my hitbox, right? We don't want to see that box there. And let's see how that looks. All right. All right, we'll do one more level together, and then you guys should be off to the races. Good luck.